Louisiana Republican Governor Bobby Jindal just cemented his place permanently within the GOP by penning an article for an online news outlet stating that he believes that minorities would be better off in the United States if they acted more like white people. The ignorance of this statement, this is not a direct quote, but this is the gist of what he was actually saying. We still place far too much emphasis on our own separateness, our heritage, ethnic backgrounds, skin color, etc. We live in the age of hyphenated Americans, Asian Americans, Italian Americans, African Americans, Mexican Americans, Cuban Americans, Indian Americans, and Native Americans, to name just a few. Here's an idea. How about just Americans? This has a nice ring to it if you ask me. Placing undue emphasis on our separateness is a step backward. Bring back the melting pot. There is nothing wrong with people being proud of their different heritages. We have a long tradition of folks from all different backgrounds incorporating their traditions into the American experience, but we must resist the politically correct trend of changing the melting pot into a syllable. E pluribus unum. A rather ironic statement coming from a man who proudly says that he is the first Indian American governor. Now, I believe we all understand what he means by acting like an American. He means like white people, because I'm pretty sure we all know what the Republican Party thinks of what real America is. After all, do they not severely deny that all these other cultures have a right to exist? That maybe even as little as just different names, maybe different ideas of what their family should be set up like. Just tiny little things. But we know what the Republican Party thinks of the family, and we know what the Republican Party thinks about culture. It's the American way or no way. So when he says that people should just be more American and get rid of their hyphenated identity, even though he hasn't, what they really mean is to act more like what it is that there's a stereotypical perception of what Americans are like. Probably more along the lines of what you would find in Texas or Middle America. I think the other accusation here is clear. He's saying that racism is a problem because of people who identify as something-American, as though racism is something that merely exists in a title, and they are perpetuating the title according to him, so therefore racism is their fault. I mean, it's not the fault of racists. It's the fault of people who are a victim of racism. I mean, racism is where the non-majority, in the United States, that would be non-Caucasians, are treated as lesser or given unfair treatment or are systematically discriminated against. That would be what is going on. Minorities do not make themselves be discriminated. Discrimination is an act carried out upon them. Bobby Jindal's statement here is essentially taking anybody who acknowledges that they're not a part of that majority, they're not a part of the group that are not discriminated against because of race, is somehow their fault. I mean, it's just a really strange statement he's saying here, and it is in fact actually racist, because he is taking racism and placing it on the victim of racism, and not the other way around. He's attacking the victim, not the perpetrator. But isn't that kind of a whole thing that Republicans like to do? Isn't that pretty much a right-wing conservative idea, to attack those who are the victims and not the people who are perpetrating the crime to begin with? Thank you for watching. Please comment and rate the video. If you liked it, hit subscribe or check out some of these other great videos. If you wish, share it on social media. While you're at it, why don't you follow me on Twitter? And if you got time, go on over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.